Picture this: a coin that, at first glance, seems like an everyday piece of currency, yet holds within its details a fascinating story of design, history, and the unpredictable twists of minting. Today's journey begins with the 1996 US One Dime, a coin that has quietly captured the interest of serious collectors over the years. The 1996 dime carries with it the legacy of a design that first graced American coinage in the mid-20th century. The image of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, rendered in a style that balances both formality and subtle dynamism, is a nod to his enduring impact on the nation. Although the dime itself has been in regular circulation for decades, the 1996 version marks a period when the U.S. Mint was experimenting with production techniques that sometimes led to unexpected outcomes. During that time, variations in strike quality, subtle shifts in the die's alignment, and even the appearance of unusual mint marks started to set apart some specimens from their more common brethren. Delving into the historical context, 1996 was a year of change and innovation. The U.S. Mint was in a phase of modernization, implementing new equipment and refining their minting processes to ensure higher quality control. Yet, as with any transition, imperfections occasionally slipped through the rigorous systems. These deviations, while seemingly minor, imbued certain coins with a rarity that collectors have since come to celebrate. For seasoned collectors, these small quirks are like hidden chapters in a well-worn book. They tell a story that goes beyond the surface. In terms of physical features, the 1996 dime maintains the classic elements that have defined it for decades. The obverse proudly displays Roosevelt's profile, etched with a clarity that brings his character to life, while the reverse features a torch flanked by olive and oak branches, a design that has long symbolized liberty and strength. However, what sets some of these dimes apart are the subtle variations that can be found upon close inspection. Some coins from 1996 exhibit a slightly off-center strike or a distinctive mint mark that wasn't originally intended to be a point of interest. These nuances are the kind of details that experienced collectors cherish, as they serve as indicators of the coin's production history and, ultimately, its rarity. When it comes to market value, the 1996 dime has experienced a fascinating evolution. In circulated condition, these coins often remain close to their face value, barely drawing a second glance from the casual observer. Yet, for those fortunate enough to possess a coin in pristine, mint state condition, graded highly by expert services, the value can skyrocket. Auction records have shown that a 1996 dime with exceptional quality can command a premium, sometimes fetching several times its original value. It's not uncommon for collectors to see prices climbing steadily as the grading services validate the coin's condition and rarity. This phenomenon underscores the delicate balance between mass production and the intrinsic value that rarity bestows. The coin's journey doesn't stop at its physical attributes and market performance. There are intriguing stories woven into the fabric of the 1996 dime's history that continue to captivate collectors. One such tale involves a coin discovered in a forgotten box during a routine estate sale. At first, the coin appeared to be an ordinary dime, but upon closer inspection by an experienced collector, the unusual mint mark and an oddly sharp strike caught the eye. After further research, it turned out to be one of the few examples that had escaped the usual production norms, a true gem that turned a mundane sale into a remarkable find. Stories like this are a reminder of how chance and attention to detail can transform an everyday encounter into a moment of serendipity for collectors. Another interesting facet is the role that grading has come to play in the coin's valuation. In the world of rare coins, condition is king. A 1996 dime that has been preserved in a state almost as pristine as when it first left the mint can be considered a work of art in itself. Grading services examine everything from the coin strike to its luster and even microscopic details, and a coin that scores highly can see its value multiply many times over compared to one that has been handled and circulated frequently. Collectors often debate the merits of a mint state versus circulated coins, but with the 1996 dime, the differences are striking, quite literally. A mint state coin, with every edge crisp and every detail vivid, is not only a testament to its production but also a prized piece of numismatic history. The excitement around the 1996 dime also extends into the realm of auctions. Enthusiasts and seasoned collectors often gather at auction houses, where a well-preserved specimen can spark bidding wars. These events serve as a microcosm of the broader market dynamics, reflecting both the emotional and financial investments that collectors have in these historical artifacts. The competitive nature of such auctions has even led to record-setting bids on coins that were once dismissed as merely routine currency. It's a reminder that sometimes, what seems ordinary at first glance can turn out to be extraordinarily valuable with the right backstory and condition. Beyond the hard facts and figures, there's an undeniable charm to the 1996 dime that goes beyond its tangible worth. It's a coin that represents a transitional era in minting history, a moment when modern techniques began to coexist with age-old traditions. For collectors in their 40s and 50s, many of whom have a lifetime of stories and experiences with coins, this dime might evoke memories of past collecting adventures or serve as a bridge to a new chapter in their collections. The subtle imperfections and rare minting details can spark lively debates over coffee or at coin clubs, fostering a sense of camaraderie among enthusiasts who appreciate the intricate dance between history, art, and manufacturing. In a conversation with fellow collectors, you might hear someone reminisce about the first time they encountered a 1996 dime in perfect condition, a moment that changed how they viewed the everyday coin. That spark of discovery is what drives collectors to keep looking, keep scrutinizing, and keep finding beauty in the details. And it's this passion that fuels the market, where every coin tells a story, every variation adds a new chapter, and every auction becomes an event to remember. The condition-based value variations of the 1996 dime are a prime example of how even slight differences can have a significant impact on a coin's worth. When a coin remains in its original, uncirculated state, it not only retains its luster but also becomes a snapshot of the mint's finest efforts. Conversely, a coin that has been in circulation and bears the marks of everyday use tells a different kind of story, a narrative of a coin that has traveled, been handled, and witnessed countless moments in time. For collectors, this dichotomy is fascinating. The mint state version is like a freshly minted work of art, gleaming with potential, while a circulated coin holds the charm of a well-worn relic, cherished for its history despite the wear. Both have their place in a collection, but it's the mint state coins that tend to fetch higher bids at auctions, as they are a testament to both rarity and preservation. All of these elements, the historical significance, the subtle production nuances, the market trends, and the personal stories, combine to make the 1996 US One Dime a truly captivating piece for collectors. It's more than just a coin, it's a tangible link to a pivotal moment in minting history, a conversation starter at gatherings of like-minded enthusiasts, and a potential treasure waiting to be rediscovered in the hands of someone who truly appreciates its value. The journey continues with a coin that has its own character and story, the 1990 US One Dime. While it might seem like a simple piece of metal at first, the 1990 dime carries a distinctive narrative that reflects the evolving artistry and precision of the US Mint at the time. It's a coin that, like its predecessor, captures a blend of tradition and subtle innovation, making it a gem for those with an eye for quality and detail. Steeped in a rich backdrop of numismatic evolution, the 1990 dime emerged during an era when the US Mint was fine-tuning its production processes. This period was marked by a commitment to both aesthetic appeal and durability. The design, faithful to the iconic depiction of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, balances an expression of dignified leadership with the dynamic energy of modern minting techniques. Even though the overall design had been a staple for decades, the 1990 release brought with it slight refinements that set it apart, a smoother finish on the profile and a more crisply rendered reverse featuring the torch and branches. Collectors appreciate these nuances because they reflect the subtle advancements in minting technology of that time. One of the most striking aspects of the 1990 dime is its impeccable detail. The fine lines of Roosevelt's portrait are more refined, with the intricate play of light and shadow suggesting an almost lifelike quality that invites closer inspection. On the reverse, the torch, which has long symbolized enlightenment and progress, appears sharper and more defined than in previous editions. Such clarity isn't just an aesthetic win, it's a marker of quality that seasoned collectors find irresistible. The small yet significant adjustments in the die's design not only improved the overall visual appeal but also resulted in coins that, in exceptional cases, display unique characteristics that deviate from the norm, a subtle off-center strike or a rare variation in the mint mark, for instance. These deviations, while minor, become the focal point of discussion among experts, as they hint at the intricacies of the coin's production history. Historically, the 1990 dime reflects an important moment, and the U.S. Mint was balancing the demands of mass production with the ever-present need for artistic excellence. The Mint was experiencing growing pains as it adapted to modern production methods, and the 1990 coin is a testament to that era of experimentation. There were ongoing efforts to ensure that each coin not only met but exceeded the standards expected by collectors and the public alike. The challenges of transitioning to newer technology sometimes resulted in coins that bore subtle imperfections, an unintended shift in the strike or a slightly altered texture. For the discerning collector, these imperfections are not flaws but rather distinguishing features that tell a tale of a time when the industry was in flux, pushing the boundaries of what could be achieved in coin production. In terms of market value, the 1990 dime holds its own as a prized item in the world of rare coins. While many coins in regular circulation remain at or near their face value, those few that have been preserved in near-mint condition have attracted significant attention. Collectors who have managed to secure a 1990 dime that has escaped the wear and tear of everyday use find that its value often exceeds expectations. Auction houses have seen competitive bidding for these specimens, with mint state coins sometimes selling for amounts that far surpass their nominal value. The 1990 dime's reputation in the market is bolstered by its consistent performance at auctions, where each bid reflects the coin's underlying historical and aesthetic merit. It's a market where even a fraction of a grade improvement, from circulated to mint state, can translate into a notable difference in price. Anecdotes and fascinating stories abound when it comes to the 1990 dime. One story that circulates among veteran collectors involves a chance discovery during a routine coin roll inspection. A seasoned collector, known for his meticulous eye, noticed that one particular dime from a 1990 batch had an unusually sharp detail on the torch, a detail that seemed almost too perfect compared to its peers. After careful research and consultation with other experts, it was confirmed that this coin was one of the rare specimens produced during a brief window when the mint had perfected a new striking technique. That coin not only fetched a premium at auction but also became a topic of lively discussion at coin shows, where collectors debated the merits of this brief technological improvement. It's moments like these that underscore the notion that every coin has a story, a narrative that goes beyond its physical appearance to include the circumstances of its production and the passion of those who pursue it. The condition of a 1990 dime plays a critical role in its valuation. Coins that have maintained their original luster, free from the scuffs and marks of everyday handling, are considered mint state and command significantly higher prices. For collectors, the difference between a well-preserved coin and one that has seen better days is akin to comparing a masterpiece in pristine condition with one that has been slightly weathered by time. The grading process for these dimes is thorough and exacting. Experts examine everything from the overall strike to the minutest details, including the coin's surface texture and any signs of wear. In the rare cases where the coin exhibits an off-center strike or a distinct mint mark variation, those characteristics are carefully evaluated. Often, a coin that might appear imperfect at first glance becomes a coveted rarity precisely because it stands out from the norm, offering a glimpse into a specific moment in the mint's history. Collectors also enjoy the dynamic between circulated coins and those that have been expertly preserved. A circulated 1990 dime carries with it the story of everyday use, a testament to its role in countless transactions and a tangible record of its journey through time. Conversely, a coin in mint state is almost a snapshot of the day it left the mint, untouched by the passage of time. This contrast adds an emotional dimension to collecting, as enthusiasts weigh the sentimental value of a well-traveled coin against the pristine beauty of one that has been carefully safeguarded. This interplay between history and preservation is what makes coin collecting such a rich and rewarding hobby. In discussions at local coin clubs or during one-on-one exchanges between collectors, the 1990 dime often becomes a focal point for debates about the merits of various minting periods. Some argue that the slight imperfections found in circulated coins add character and historical depth, while others favor the flawless presentation of mint state pieces. Regardless of where one stands in this debate, the 1990 dime's enduring appeal lies in its ability to bridge the gap between mass production and exclusive rarity. Each coin, regardless of its condition, tells part of a larger story about innovation, tradition, and the continuous quest for excellence in coin production. Beyond its technical merits, the 1990 dime resonates on a personal level with many collectors. For those who have dedicated years to the hobby, encountering a coin that encapsulates a specific period in minting history is like reconnecting with a long-lost chapter of their own collecting journey. In the end, the 1990 US One Dime is not just a piece of currency, it's a conversation piece, a relic of a pivotal moment in minting history, and a testament to the enduring value of craftsmanship. For collectors in their 40s, 50s, and beyond, it offers a blend of nostalgia and modern precision that is hard to find elsewhere. Its story is one of evolution and refinement, and its presence in a collection serves as a constant reminder that every coin, no matter how small, has a unique tale to tell.